Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. It's Marketing Coach Ken. Today is February 28th, 2023. Today is the last day of the month, so I'm going to do a recap all in one video here today. I'm not going to go into another video just to talk about this stuff all over again. So I have a couple of updates. I'm going to quickly discuss what happened yesterday, what happened today, and what's next. So in the first half of this video, we'll go over the money that's going on with today. In the second half of this video, we'll talk about some information about the program that we've learned so far. Some things that are going to be good for you to know if you're somebody who's interested in getting in this program. And I'm going to just talk about a couple of things that I like about it. So in the first half, let's right now talk about what's the situation for today. So if you saw yesterday's video, there were two videos. The first one posted, as you can see here on the screen. Let's see here. If you come to my YouTube channel, you'll see yesterday part 10 was the first one I posted. And there was a double order that came in this first video. And I named that video $700 day because I thought that I was going to be finished for that day and it would have been a $700 day. However, what happened was in the next video, later on in that day, I went to my mailbox and I found that I had another order. So that other order turned what was a $700 day originally into a $950 day. And so far, as you can clearly see here on the screen, looking at all my video thumbnails for this program, that is the best day that I've had so far in the Crazy Cash Flyer. Now, for those of you who are following, you know that I started off before with the fast mail order system, and then I upgraded into the Crazy Cash mail order system because there's more money to be made on each sale. So I still have flyers that have been mailed out for the fast mail order system. That is a $250 sale. And I also have flyers out for the Crazy Cash system, which is a $450 sale. So I've had some days where I've received orders for both programs together. Not necessarily from the same person, but usually I'll have $450 order from one person and a $250 order from someone else. So yesterday it ended up, like I said, I ended up having more mail, so I submitted another video late in the evening. Now moving on to today. Today is the last day of the month. I wasn't sure or expecting if anything was going to come, so it was literally just a matter of checking the mailbox to see if we had anything today. So I went to the mailbox and I had a whole bunch of stuff. You look at all this here. I kept this because I was in my car and I was going to throw it out. But I said, you know what? I'll put it on video so you guys can see. This is how some people, when they get my flyer, they take my name off of the flyer and they use it to mail back their offers to me. So the person that did that, I don't know what happened, but their envelope got destroyed in transit. I don't want to show you now because it's pointless. But anyway, I started going through all of the different mail that I had. And I was going through all of the ones that were obviously just like business opportunities or possibly stuff that I wasn't going to be interested in. And I was sorting through them to see if anything was going to be in order. So the last envelope that I had left, by this point, I had no way of knowing. I honestly didn't think that this was going to be in order. But it was still the one that seemed most likely to be in order out of everything. So this was the last envelope I opened. But I just opened it up in the car because I honestly didn't think it was in order. From the back, you're not going to be able to see it on camera, but from the back, when you look at it, it looks like somebody mailed me a business opportunity. And when you feel it, it also feels like somebody mailed me a business opportunity with like a couple of pages in it. So I literally just thought that somebody had sent me an offer. So I'm going to show you what's inside now. But anyway, that's the reason why it's open, because I literally thought it was just like a solicitation from another offer. So when I opened up the envelope, first let's look at the date. The date on the envelope says February 24th. So if you do the math, and you know your locations on the map, you know where this came from. Well, I'll tell you where it came from. It came from Wisconsin, but February 24th, 2023 was the day it was postmarked. So inside the envelope is my flyer for the fast mail order system. So I was like, wow, as soon as I opened it up and I saw this, I was like, hey, that's my flyer. I was like, are you telling me that this is not just somebody sending me their, program? So needless to say, there's a payment in here. It's not cash. Obviously, you guys probably know already. I don't put cash on camera. But there's the $250 cash there. They also have a coupon that I've included in this offer when I sent it out. And also, once again, the person put their return address and name by using like a stamp, a rubber stamp, right? So they already have a rubber stamp. Instead of signing in their name and address, they just put a stamp on the line so that it can be clear in an easy way to let me know who they are. Another thing I will say here is that there is a tracking number on this flyer, so I know where this came from, which is another good thing. And that's it. So this is my original flyer. They just mailed it back to me. Like I said, in the same condition that it was when I gave it to them. They submitted the coupon, so I know they're trying to redeem what the coupon was offering. And that's it. So fast mail order system, that's another $250 sale that came in today. And it was a big surprise because I was going through all the junk mail I had, and I pretty much thought everything was just a junk mail. They all felt the same. And I was surprised that not only did I have an order as the last piece of mail I saved, which was still the one most likely where it could be an order, but to top it off, the person sent me cash, which made it much easier for me to get the money instead of having to deposit it in the bank or something like that. So that's cool. So today looks like it's going to be a $250 day. If you add today to yesterday, just to be, since it was in such a close time frame, that brings us to a $1,200 within a 24-hour time period. And that's pretty good. I'm not crushing it with this program yet. I'm not making any crazy numbers. It's not a get-rich-quick program. It's basically just another way for people to make money, especially people who don't understand internet marketing. Now, not only that, it's also good for people who are doing internet marketing but want to supplement that online marketing, right? Because some people, you can get really big with internet marketing, and some people do things part-time. So you might do some part-time internet marketing, and if you do some part-time direct mail, you can get results from both sides. You know, you get some sales from online at sometimes, and you'll get some sales that come from offline. And that's until you figure out what's working for you and then decide where to focus your energy. So that's the first thing, is that we ended off the month with a sale. Now, before I go on to the next thing, let me just say part of my review about this, something that I've been realizing that has been happening. So I mentioned this once before, but with these two programs, the Fast Mail Order System and the Crazy Cash Flyer, they both have an administration where Rodney, who is the owner of the program, he runs the admin, okay? And for both of these programs, there's a phone number that people are able to call if they have questions about it. So basically, you send out a flyer. The flyer does not have your phone number on it. When the person who gets the flyer thinks to themselves that they're interested in the program and they have some type of a question about it, they call the number on the flyer and speak to somebody at the administration's office. And that person's job is to answer the questions of your prospects. And if the person is interested in joining, it's their job to close the sale, which basically means to answer the person's questions that lead them through all the steps that they need to know what to do next in order to sign up for the program. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I've had this happen to me so many times now that I can truly appreciate how this service is working, and I can appreciate the job that Rodney is doing. And like, there's no fee. Like, Rodney is not charging me any fee for closing my sales. He just closes my sales for free. He takes his time to answer the phone, to call people back, to answer their questions, and he doesn't charge me anything. So I can now say from my personal experience over the past 2 months, at least, since I've been in both programs for over 2 months now, combined, that it works. You know, closing of the sales and that whole concept, it works with this program. So I won't go too much more into that. It's just, if you're interested in that, I'm just going to tell you that I've been doing it for a while, and it works. It literally works, because the reason why I know that is because I've had so many people that have ordered both of these products from me that I never heard from these people ever. Some of them, even after they've joined the program, I don't hear from them. I still have an order on the way that's not going to be here until Thursday, but I have a tracking number. Thursday is the estimated day of arrival, and that's another order for the Crazy Cash system. So that almost still counts within the month of February, because the confirmation was given that there's an order on the way that's already been submitted to the post office that has my order and my payment in it. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good stuff. Right now, I'm still expecting more sales to come out of the flyers that I have mailed out, because I know that people need to get their money together and stuff like that. So when we turn over into March, I should see some more sales coming from the previous month. I can't say I know for a fact. I'm just figuring that I'm starting to get down with the rhythm that I see that people join when they can. And a lot of times it might be weeks down the road that a person's able to go ahead and join the program. That is the major part of what I wanted to say. So with that being said, there's just a small little thing I want to add in here. I have a couple of flyers that I received from someone. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure how this works. I'm going to have to open it and see what's inside. But you see this right here? Somebody sent this to me. And not only did they send it once, but they sent it twice. And I'm starting to think that this might be an interesting program to look at, because if you can see here, they're using some type of discount postage. Okay, I don't know what it is. I haven't looked it up yet, but they're using some type of discount postage. And this is something that I'm going to investigate with the person who sent me that flyer. So for future reference, we might be looking at another alternative way of getting some discount postage. I'm not really sure, but that will definitely be a good thing. So that's it. This is my first full month in the program. It's really my first month because when I joined in January, I came in somewhere around like January 11th to January 15th. I haven't looked at it recently to remember what day it was. I joined the program. I had to wait for my products to arrive, my stamps, my leads. Those things, remember, it takes about 7 to 14 days to show up. And let me just show you the flyer here. I'm sure most of you already know. This is the sales flyer. It's a two-sided flyer for the Crazy Cash mail order system. And this is the one that I'm mostly promoting right now through mail, because if I'm going to spend my time and effort and money to set up envelopes and flyers and stuff like that and send them out, I prefer to get a $350 commission from a $400 sale than a $200 commission from a $250 sale. Okay, but as you can see, people are joining both programs because there's a perfect program for everyone. So some people like the 451, some people like the 251, and obviously some people can afford the 251 easier than they can 450, so they just go ahead and run with that. But it's really cool. Like I said, this is a sale that came in today that somebody, I had no idea the sale was on the way. This person didn't call me, they didn't write me, and that's pretty much it. So I'm happy with the service. I'm happy with what Rodney's doing. He's closing my sales. I don't speak to him in the conversation basis, but he does hear from me, because every time I have a new sale, I pay him the admin fee for my customers through Cash App, and then I send him a text message to let him know that I sent him a Cash App for said customer, and I'll give the information and their address and everything. So I don't have to leave my house to process any of these sales. The only reason I leave my house is to actually go pick up the orders from my mailbox. So with that being said, I only had 15 minutes max to make this video. I think I got my point across for everything that I wanted to say here. We're moving into another month, and of course my goal is to step things up to making $5,000 a month and more, and it'll going to take some time. It's going to take some time to get to that point, because you have to figure out how many flyers you need to send out to get to that level, because remember, a lot of these people, they're not expecting your flyers to show up in the mail. And there are some people that I've heard that they might receive mail and they literally might have a whole week go by or 2 weeks go by before they get into their mail and they're actually able to start opening up everything they have. So for me, yeah, you might think, oh, I mailed something out. As soon as the person receives it, they're going to respond. So, if you've been doing this for a little while, you get to realize that with some people, they may not do things the way that you do. And a lot of people will get the flyer, and the flyer will just have to sit there in the house for a week or two, or maybe even 3 weeks before they can get to it. And that's the reason why you don't have a huge amount of responses coming all at one time, because everyone is on their own timetable. So the more flyers that you mail out, once you know that you have a mailing list that's working, that's when you can expect to see more consistent results, where it's like, job replacement type of income. Like if you're making $500 a week, you'll have to mail out enough flyers to the point where you have enough customers sending you orders on a weekly basis that it's enough money to replace what your current job is. And I think that's it. I had one other thing that I was thinking about saying right now. If you're somebody who's interested in joining this program, if you're already on my team, you already know exactly where the leads are coming from. If you're somebody who's interested in joining the program, you're going to get access to the lead source that I'm using, exactly where I'm getting my names from. You'll get the exact information of how many sales I'm getting and that sort of type of thing. But I'm telling you, these are really quality people who I'm sending out my flyers to. And the only thing that's making it take as long as it takes for orders to come in is the fact that everyone has a different place where they're at in life. And like I said, some people are not even going to read the flyer the first day that they get it. They might look at it, they might look at the envelope and put it to the side with the stuff that they want to check out later, but a lot of people still have stuff to do, and it may take a couple of weeks before you hear from a person who's interested, telling you that they're ready to join. Alright, with that being said, I'm going to do a quick edit to this video, and I'll upload it to YouTube. Any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.